They're identified by many as teams who could struggle this season. Tonight, a chance to... Changes from the Wolves side, which began Saturday's 1-0 defeat at the Vitality against Bournemouth, a game in which captain topped the side that were thrashed by Chelsea last Friday night. A change in goal with Alphonse Areola coming in for the under fire from home against Premier League opposition, conceding on average 3 goals a game. And it's a defence, Tony, that hasn't exactly Magassa of Monaco to come into the midfield, but they've got some defending to do here. James Ward-Prowse manages to get himself a hand against Chelsea. Kick flighted forwards. Well, they thought they had themselves a corner there, but an infringement spotted by the referee. Get El Hadji Malik Diouf over on the other side, but here's Ward-Prowse, who looks to cross, seeking Paquetá, who can't quite get there, and in his attempts to do so, gives away a free kick for the challenge on Yersan Mosquera.
Encouraging early run there from Ward-Prowse, just went beyond the strikers there, just a late run from midfield. Oh, it just showed what a good goalkeeper, a good experienced goalkeeper Fabianski was as well, but he struggled, Areola. But when you do see that pass, it's got to be a lot quicker. That's a good ball. Really good.
A chance now perhaps for Wolves to try and fly forwards. Arias looks to push it into the penalty area. Free kick whipped in and the header down. It comes off Diouf. The ball bouncing around. Diouf in the way he wants again before the free kick given away by Santiago Bueno on Kyle Walker-Peters.
A little bit of awkward defending by West Ham there, not being assertive. That's the problem they've had in the first couple of games against Sunderland and Chelsea.
An attacking front-footed defender loves to step forward. He's continued his run here. Guido Rodriguez reads the situation well and was caught there by Mosquera, although he, as you can see, doesn't agree with the referee. Break for Jared Bowen. Offside flag, though, has been raised and seemed a rather... Hugo Bueno pushes it forwards. That one played here. Worked out to this near side where there's some room initially for Hugo Bueno. Now he sends in the cross. Walker-Peters once again. Andre, bit of time, bit of room to assess, and he doesn't quite get his delivery right. Diouf tried from him, but then he feeds it out to Diouf on the far side. Souček makes his move into the middle. In comes across. Bowen touches it down. Of Diouf to get into advanced positions. Mosquera looks to clear things up, but it breaks for Souček, who was... Paquetá, clever ball, threaded forwards to find Jared Bowen, who's trying to bring it under control. He's got Thomas Souček there. Can he get a strike away? First real go-at-goal from West Ham this evening. Johnston with a smart stop, but West Ham looking to keep the pressure on here. Paquetá turns away from the challenge here. Johnston with a smart stop, but West Ham looking to keep the pressure on here. Paquetá turns away from the challenges, and your players at West Ham, and he said after that defeat against Chelsea, they need to be more difficult to beat. Here's Jared Bowen fired towards goal. Wolves want an offside flag, which doesn't come. Smart save by Johnson. West Ham to Arias. These are the kind of situations where he can do damage. Good in one-on-one situations. He looks to strike. Areola looks for that ball down the line to Thomas Souček. Now he's got the chance to advance here. Paquetá looked on 2 words as Hugo Bueno looks to get the better of Walker-Peters. Sends in the cross. Guido Rodriguez. Wolves just in the ascendancy. Arias does really well to find Bellegarde. Challenge from Guido Rodriguez, and the referee Sam Barrett points to the spot. He took his time, but Wolves will have a chance here to get themselves into the lead from the penalty spot. But up he steps now. Hwang hits the post, and the follow-up finds its way in. Well, Wolves get themselves in front. Sharp instincts by Rodrigo Gomes to follow. Wolves 1, West Ham 0.
Yeah, just you're thinking, did he encroach before? But comes off the post, comes back to him, and he slams it home. But my first instinct was Areola should save the second shot. It goes underneath him. Wolves get a bit fortunate as it cannons off the post. Hwangs, then he's in there. There's the shot, goes in, and I just think Areola on that near post maybe should have had this one. Under his body, oh, he's just going slightly the wrong way. He gets wrong-footed, so maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but does well to follow up and put Wolves ahead.
Been a fair few of them that have hindered West Ham's start to the season. Cross comes in, wonderful header from Paquetá, but he couldn't quite guide it on target.
Yeah, good late run. Again, the key, late run from Paquetá. Good shape of cross from Ward-Prowse, and that allows him to generate a little bit of power.
Level. Yet again, Thomas Souček in the right place at the right time. Perfect start to the second half for Graham Potter's side. Just the response they were looking for. How many times do we see Thomas Souček pop up in the penalty area and do just that? Wolves 1, West Ham 1.
Well, that's where you want Big Tom, arriving late in the box, 6'4", and he's good at these little headers and making things happen. There was appealing for handball there, did strike the hand as he was sliding in, but maybe they'll wave that away now because Walker-Peters does ever so well. Reverses back onto his left peg, clips it up to the far post, and that's what Souček does really well, arrives in the box. And I think that's what he's got to do for West Ham, not be in those deeper positions, arrive, make up the extra man, and put those headers away as he did there. That's a really good goal. Well worked. Walker-Peters, little twist and turn.
Bellegarde urged to shoot. He takes up the invitation. Some way wide in the end.
Stretching into that a little bit, wasn't he, Bellegarde? Never really set himself properly. Get it out your feet.
Inside his own penalty area. For Lopez, though, manages to help it on. Arias looking for half a yard. Todibo in. Neatly worked, and Wolves are on their way once again. The cross, though, beyond the Wolves players, arriving in the box. Lovely switch of play by Fer Lopez. Hugo Bueno looking to get the better of Walker-Peters. Checks back onto his right foot. And Papanos head. Will be Hwang, who's going to take it on here. Low drive, just fizzes across the surface. Harmlessly wide, some way wide. About
get after it.
Into the box. He just put a touch too much on it, and Arias. Andre, one touch, and he fires his shot towards goal. The follow-up puts in, and Wolves have got a deserved equaliser. And it's Jørgen Strand Larsen who has it. Well, you have to say they're full value to be back on level terms. Sent off on the bench, sent on from the bench. Error was looking for 2-2 here at Molineux.
You couldn't say it was coming. It wasn't coming, I'm sorry, Bish, but they were just going deeper and deeper, weren't they, West Ham, inviting it on. Shot comes in, slight deflection.
Straight at Areola. Chachoa sends in the cross, and Wolves are ahead. And it's Jørgen Strand Larsen once again. What an impact he's made off the bench. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Jørgen Strand Larsen. And our Wolves on their way into round 3.
Well, let's hope Wolves can keep him. But if they don't, they've just added a few more quid onto his value to the selling club, that's for sure.